Ей.
It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up half-wit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
Oh, fuck. Това не ми изглежда добре. Какво се кричи там, бе? Айде лачкат мъже да се сбим, бе. А те насляпо ги отрепа всички.
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving.
Така. И това пенкила трябва да го взема. Добре, че има, чук няма. Тук не мога да знам, защо не мога да мина тук? Откъде трябва да мина? От тук.
I saw the elevator doors were open.
От кой от двата да се кача? Не знам, на това се кача. Към петия етаж майна. Да, аз тия хората бягат, аз влизам по-на майната си. Изпряха асансьора чудесно.
There was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo. It was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Добре, 3, 2, зареждам. И влизам. Аре, ти не умря ли? Един човек им изтрепа цялата полиция. Смятай. Верно човека какъв е, ама... Човека е специален, ама все пак. Трябва на по-добра защитна система. О, не. Мамо стара, пак тежките. Ай, стига, то много лесно го отрепаха. Явно те са в шията трябва да им зацелиш.
I killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now.
Зареждаме, събираме хубаво така. Разглеждаме тук за нещо по-специално. Пенкила е главното ни търсене. Оп.
AUP. Those were the guys who jumped the yacht in Panama. And what was this? Had the Brazilian cops tipped them off about the money?
Huh.
If If I didn't hurry, Becca would be long gone.
Ами кажи ми на къде да ходя. Сега като те ще погледна външно. О, тук има пейнкилъри. Painkiller.
They had their body armor. I had Sao Paulo's own David and Goliath. I'd pinned De Silva as a coward, but he'd risked more than anyone, and he'd never taken a bribe.
Айде, давай. Продължаваме към тая врата най-вероятно. Тук да погледнем, няма нищо, няма нищо.
I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to, on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine.
Влязах от тук нататък, трябва да ходя
I'd spent my career dozing off in the briefing room. The CS were all but out of business in Sao Paulo, and suddenly Becker and Victor looked like local heroes in the war on crime. They'd really gotten their money's worth outsourcing their problems onto me. My old pal Serrano. We'd both been unwitting clowns in this sorry circus. Part of me hoped he'd made it out of that hotel alive. I didn't recognize the guy. Maybe this was the new slum king De Silva had talked about. A throne never stays empty for long. Fame at last. It was no great surprise I'd made Ufe's most wanted list. I hadn't done much to improve the reputation of Americans abroad over the past few weeks, and there they were, my illustrious employers, 3 dead and still every chance I'd go 4 for 4. None of this was gonna look good on the resume. And I was in good company. Howell Passos, sent up north to find a washed-up gringo who would act tough and play dumb. Boy, did he ever deliver.
Окей. Разгледахме това слайд-шоу и се вижда нашата сянка. Това е хубаво. Не сме духове. Това движеше ли са? О!
Você não tem como lutar contra um exército.
Това е прикритие.
Vai, acabe com esse filho da puta. Em suas posições.
Ай, стига.
E dê cobertura. Traga esse traseiro aqui, eu te dou cobertura.
Май няма повече, пък и да има. Ще ограбнем с булет тайма, но бързичко. О, ей, това е. Последния.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself. Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed.
Така е. О, не.
Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. That would have been too easy. The bastards had me locked in.
Ужас.
The doors were all locked. There had to be something else I wasn't seeing.
Кое ли ще е то? О, не, ай, тук те.
If I didn't do something soon, I was going to be crying myself to a very long sleep. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
Представям как му минах. Извадях моя къла направо. И пак само с пистолет. Да взем поне и втория пистолет. Да сме с два пистолета. Хубаво се презаредим. Така, тук сървърът им. Чай да вкарам един пистолет. Ха-ха-ха. Събери, събери. Всички ги събери.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela. Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come. Him and Becker.
Ужас. Видяхме кой отрепа нашия човек. Кой е отрепал нашия човек? Ай, сектира! Бех пак бързо се справих с тя, бе. Очудващо добре се справих даже.
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab. I had to push on.
Искам да сменя пистолета с това. Така. И сега ставам две такива, така. И едно такова да се случи да се снося. Ма аз го изтървам така. Нищо. Nice.
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
Then you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
Oh! No!
Você é um cara morto, porra! Morre, filho da puta!
На къде, бе?
Acabou, playboy! Te vejo no inferno!
Окей, сега вече трябва да ходим. Сега сигурно ще мога да се движим на някъде. С пушка направо. Аре! Просто е после оглежда.
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. I felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past.
Воу. Ще го взема и това.
goddamn security doors.
Благодаря, че гледахте видеото. Проверете канала ми за повече такива. Харесайте това видео, ако наистина ви е харесало. Сабскрибнете се за канала ми. Също така, ако искате, може да споделите това видео в Facebook, ако ви е харесало с вашите приятели и на тях да им хареса. И благодаря, че гледахте отново. Чао, чао!